We are
WEAREBANG.com.
Bang.com.
Hi, I'm Shauni Caballero from Bang Radio. I'm on The Breakfast Show. I'm here with the lovely A. Marie. How are you doing?
Hi. Hello, thanks for having me.
No problem. Like, this is great.
Yeah, we've just been talking about
I know, we've been talking about selfies.
A little bit of everything, yeah.
Exactly. But you know what? Before I start, you look absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
Did you just come off a flight?
No, I didn't just come off of a flight.
Okay.
Yesterday.
When did you
we
fly?
arrived yesterday.
Okay.
And
you
so
still
we
look...
didn't sleep at all, though.
Really?
I think I slept a little on the plane, and then last night I didn't go to sleep till 4 in the morning, because I think, for a weird thing, I was just up.
Jet lag?
Then I was hungry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see, I didn't eat a lot today.
Yeah.
But I ate a bar, right?
Okay.
And I have my Starbucks, so I didn't eat today yet. But I was like, I kind of went out of control yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I was up, so we had like some Indian food, and then at like midnight I was like, don't you want to eat like a shawarma or something? Like,
oh yeah, because we've got great like shawarma and Turkish
yeah.
places that are open like 24 hours here.
Exactly, that's what we did.
But you look great considering you haven't really slept.
Thank you.
I look like a total zombie when I haven't slept, and when I just fly in for a week I look awful.
Oh,
but you look great.
I think it's just because I'm excited about the tour, so I'm like up. But if I were just chilling at home, I'd be like grumpy. I'd probably be grumpy.
How's the tour going so far?
Well, we're just starting. Tomorrow's the first night. I believe it's Nottingham.
Okay.
I believe
yeah,
it's the
that's
first
up north.
night. And so I'm really excited about that. And I found out Sherwood Forest is real.
Okay.
So I thought that was just Robin Hood.
no, it's real. It's a thing.
I'm gonna have to go through there. But yeah, so I'm excited.
Do you have any like tourist stuff planned for London?
Well,
like the London Eye, Buckingham Palace.
I've been to the London Eye. I saw the family. Well, it's not Family Jewels. That's something else. I saw the royal. What is it called? What is it called?
Like Buckingham Palace.
The jewels. The crown jewels.
Okay.
The crown.
Do you know what? That's
jewels.
really bad because I didn't really know what you was talking about.
Yeah.
I was gonna go along with it.
The
It's a good thing we've got a friend over there. That,
The crown jewels. Then we went to the Tower of London, which was
that?
really awesome.
I've never done that before.
See, people never do that when they live somewhere. They
Exactly.
always, but it was really awesome. It's just so amazing to see. There's so much history in London.
Yeah, definitely.
And then one of the pictures had an orb in it. You ever watch like Paranormal, whatever?
Yeah,
Ghost
like
Hunters?
Paranormal.
And I was like smiling, and there was like, it was like right off my head, and I was like, I'm looking at the picture. I'm like, who were you? What are you trying to tell me?
Like Anne Boleyn or one of like Henry VIII's wives or something.
Yeah, it's so amazing to see all of that.
Yeah, we're really excited to have you here.
Thank you.
Because you haven't like released anything in a while, in a few years.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess everyone wants to know what you've been up to.
Well, for me, I've just been creating, and so I feel like I haven't gone anywhere because I've been like creating, making the music, and sometimes I put it out, sometimes I don't. But for everyone else, they're like, she's alive,
Yeah.
But I put out What I Want last year, and Mustang I did for the fans, really, because I know that it's been a while and they've been waiting for these projects. And most recently, Out Loud.
Okay, cool.
Which is the first time I teamed up with Rich Harrison again in a really long time.
I mean, what I think is really great about you is you're like kind of what I call a really true artist, because you not only do you write your music and obviously you sing, but you also produce your music as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's why it takes you so long to put a release out.
It is. That's a big thing. And the thing is, like, there are certain people who can write songs for me. Rich Harrison, because we are on the same wavelength. Like, he's like my musical soulmate. Like, even when we got back in the studio, it was just like no time had passed. So he knows me. We just it's not even him trying to figure out what I would do. We just kind of would do the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's like
you have great chemistry.
The chemistry is there, and there's like a couple of other people, but other than that, it's very hard for me to do songs that other people write because they just don't feel like me. And I can try changing things, but it's just not something I would say, or it's just not from me. So that is why it takes a while sometimes, because I come up with my own material and come up with a sound, and then with everything else that's going on, like, it's just like, this would be a lot faster.
Yeah.
If I had like 3 of me.
Yeah, exactly. I've read somewhere that you're really influenced by like a lot of Korean music.
Well, not influenced. I've done some collaborations, but most of my influence comes from back like soul singers, male soul singers, David Ruffin, Sam Cooke, Marvin Gaye, Michael Jackson. Mary was a big influence on me too, Mary J. Blige. The What's the 411, but it was really like the My Life album.
Oh, yeah.
That was like on repeat for me. But I grew up listening to all different kinds of stuff. Classical's a big influence too, because I grew up listening to a lot of classical music.
Yeah.
Because my mother plays classical piano. So, and then new wave. I love 80s.
Yeah.
So I just kind of just get my influences from everywhere. Like I have a song on Cymatica, and one of the sounds that influenced me was like Transformers.
Oh, really?
The old Transformers, like the that sound.
Oh, that's crazy.
It just gave me a feeling and like a color. So I get influences from everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can really tell, like, I mean, my favourite song is, like, Why Don't We Fall in Love by
Thank
you.
you.
I mean, still, I listen to that every single day.
Really?
Well, I mean, at least, like, once, twice a week.
Oh, that's
I think
amazing.
it's just, like, a really beautiful song. Can we
Thank
expect
you.
anything like that on your next project?
Well, Cymatic is completely different.
Yeah.
Billy is more like Mustang.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard Mustang, but Billy is more like that. But I'm doing some other songs that may kind of have a little bit of that feel, that hip hop R&B feel. So, but it's too early to tell what that's going to shape up to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've collaborated with some really great artists in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So on your next project, are you kind of in talks with anyone right now?
There are a couple people I would like to work with, but I'm not going to say anything yet because I didn't finish writing the song.
Yeah.
And then I didn't even talk to them about it. So,
okay.
we'll see. I might
Don't
say
wanna
that.
jinx it.
I don't want to jinx it. I don't want them to be like, well, I'm glad you're trying to put it out there. Are you trying to put pressure on me?
Yeah, of course.
You know, but hopefully it'll come through because I think it'll be really awesome. But they're female artists.
Oh, nice.
So I think that would be really, really nice.
Who are you really feeling right now anyway? Like, what's your club song?
My club song?
Yeah.
The thing about me is that when I'm in the club, I love dance music.
Okay.
So if I'm in the club, I need EDM. That's what I like in the club. Which is funny because my sister's like the opposite. So she likes really urban music in the club.
Okay.
Urban music in the club I love if I'm just chilling and I'm just listening to it because that's when you can hear like the heaviness in it.
So no Coco.
But hip hop sounds great in the club.
Yeah.
Coco sounds great in the club. And I saw a TV interview with him, an internet interview, and he has a really nice personality. Like I thought he was really, really cool.
I thought he was gonna be like really rough.
I thought he was
really
going to be a little bit rough, and then I thought he was going to have a Jamaican accent for some reason.
I thought he was African.
Or something,
like straight from Nigeria or something. Like I thought his name was OT Genesis, like in an African accent. But it's not. It's like American.
Yeah,
it's
so
crazy.
that was interesting. You never know.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was really cool. That hits heavy in the club. But so
definitely.
If I go to the club though, because I don't drink, so if I'm going out, I want to dance.
Yeah.
But hearing something like Coco in the club it's heavy, and I love heavy music. That's that Southern Texas. It used to be all about the bass for me.
Yeah.
But if I want to dance, EDM, dance, I'm with my husband, and he's just like, and I'm like, I can't. My arms, like I can't control it.
You don't twist your wrists.
I'm like,
you don't do any of that.
Oh, I do a little something, you know. But my sister, she's just like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. She's like, you and your EDM. Because she's like, that doesn't make me want to dance. I was like, hip hop in the club makes me want to do this.
Yeah.
But
EDM gets you
I'm
going.
like, it's moving by itself. It's moving by itself.
So, like, one thing I kind of don't really know about you is, like, who are, like, your musical influences, like, as you was growing up?
Well, the Marvin Gaye
Yeah.
reference I was talking about before. Motown, like I really love that era. Like I love 60s music.
Yeah.
Really clean vocals, vocal arrangements, very structured songs.
Yeah.
So the whole 60s, Ronnie Ronnie Spector, Phil Spector stuff. The Ronettes, that's what I meant. The Ronettes.
Yeah.
I'm terrible with things. I always forget everything. But their music was beautiful. The whole Motown system was just, they created such great classic mainstays. Like you'll always be able to go back to that. They paved
the way for everything right now, I think.
Yeah. And classical music, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, and new wave. The 80s music influenced me a lot. It always influenced my music, but I just showcased it more in because I love it. In 2007.
I think you could definitely tell with your music as well.
I love the harmonies, just the structure, and the melodies and the verses, like
Yeah.
very 80s.
Did you come from a really musical family? Because you really seem like you did.
Well, my parents listen to a lot of music. My mom, she's a classical pianist. She's a painter and a poet. She's like an artist all around. She writes poetry. She plays classical piano. She's a painter. My dad, he sings in the church, you know.
Okay.
He's not like a singer. We're like, okay, daddy, when you're in with the choir, you're blending. He's like, don't make fun of my voice. But he had a great record collection. And for a while, he was like, don't judge him because he's like particular. But then he just let me listen to everything. And so he's put me on to Sam Cooke and Marvin Gaye and Stevie Wonder. And my mom put me on to like Tchaikovsky and Mozart and Beethoven and like Barbra Streisand.
Yeah.
And then when I was in Germany, I was listening to German pop. And when I was in Texas, I was really into heavy metal. And I only listened to heavy metal for a really long time.
Oh, really?
My parents were like, can you turn that down? Because what's going on with
that? Any collabs, like any heavy metal, you singing a good vocal on top?
Well, that was when I was a lot younger. And so I was just ingesting it, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But I think that genre's changed a lot. I'm sure there's some heavy rockers still. But I just listened to everything, and I would go through phases, and I think everything influenced me, you know?
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I love sound, I love music.
Yeah. I mean, you could definitely tell. I'm really excited for the next project.
Thank you.
So is it a full album, or is there...
Well, Cymatica's a full album.
Yeah.
Cymatica and Billy will probably have 10 songs on them because I don't usually record too much, although I did record a lot for these albums, but a lot of those songs have gotten taken off because they don't go with the sound anymore. So Cymatica will probably have 10, Billy will have 10, and then depending, I may put something smaller together. Maybe. We'll see.
Okay. What's the reason behind the name as well?
Billy? Well...
Yeah.
Billy is Billy because that was short for Because I Love It in 2007. The fans were calling it Billy, and because I wrote B-I-L-I in the back of the album as an acronym, and then I was like, that's cute, and I haven't used that. And this is such an extension of that sound. It's almost like Because I Love It Part 2, that it makes sense for this to be Billy. That's what this will be. And Cymatica, it comes from cymatics, which is the study of visual sound, and it's basically like if you put like a plate under sand and you put these different frequencies and run it through the plate, they'll make like these geometric shapes.
Oh, wow.
But it's not like if you go from one to the next, it'll keep changing and then you go back and it changes again. If you go from, sound 1 or frequency 1, 2, 3, and then you go back to 1, the shape will go back to what it was in the beginning. Like each frequency has a shape.
Sorry, I have to ask, how do you know all of this? Because this sounds
geek.
like something out of, like, The Big Bang Theory. Like, Sheldon would talk about this or something.
Because I'm a nerd.
Crazy. Okay.
I'm a big geek.
Right.
And
Makes a bit of sense
I'm
now.
a geek. So these are things that I just, liked anyway. And so then I was, looking at that, and I was like, that's so cool. And it's just looking at how, sound affects us. See, because it's like we're all frequency, we're all energy, right? So we're all vibration.
Yeah.
You go really technically, nothing exists. Like nothing is solid. Everything is just,
I believe that as well.
So the thoughts that we think, the things that we tell ourselves affect us, not just spiritually and emotionally, but physically.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, music is a vibration, and that's why people feel a certain way. You listen to certain things, you feel amorous, or you feel ready to fight somebody. You know what I mean? It gets you aggressive. So these things are so important. And I was like, music is universal. So the whole thing with Cymatica is just really tapping into what it is to be human and what it is to kind of be part of this community, just of humans, And so I wanted to talk about not just relationships like romantic love, but kind of self-suppression, being who we really are, not hiding ourselves, not being our full selves, that kind of thing.
So what you said with vibrations and energy, so when it comes to picking someone you're about to collab with, do you definitely go off vibes and energies?
Not in person or anything like that, because it's usually just kind of who would really go great with a particular song, but because you don't meet so many people, you don't actually meet a lot of people, and But I think that's one thing that I would like more of. I see it a lot with like guys in hip hop.
Yeah.
You see a lot of that sharing, that artistic community.
When they're friends, they all work together and stuff.
Yeah, and I don't see it as much, especially with women.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we came together a lot more, I think, definitely.
I definitely would like to see that more, like female artists coming together more. It's just like you see it a lot with the guys, but you don't see it with the girls a lot.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah,
I think it's going to happen though, because I feel like everybody's kind of been on that wave lately. Like everyone's about vibrations and energies, and I think things are starting to get really positive. I think that's definitely great. But we are really excited for your album, like at Bang Radio. We can't wait. Do we have a date or anything?
No,
Do we know when we can look forward to everything?
No days as of yet. Right now, it's just like still in the creative process. I actually probably with Cymatic, I'm like 30% finished, and then with Billy, I'm probably like 70% finished.
Okay.
And then there was this other thing I was telling you about. It's like 10% finished.
Okay.
If that's gonna be what it is.
Yeah.
Like I have the records. It's just they have to be on the right project so it makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want you to rush it, to be fair.
Oh yeah. Well, it's been like 3-4 years now.
Yeah.
Waiting another a little bit will be fine. I'm sure once
I really believe it will be worth the wait, and I can't wait.
We are bang.com.